Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inky, and today we're trying something new over here on the YouTubes. So thank you for all your amazing comments on the previous video where I showed you my big old journal stack of 19 current journals. It's more than I thought. I honestly thought I only had about probably about 8 or 9 when I really thought about it, maybe 10. But yeah, 19 was not what I was expecting. But this is one that I'd like to work in a bit more. I've done quite a few videos in this one over on Patreon, like that previous one that you just saw where I had stuck in the picture and then watercoloured next to it. And we're going to do that today. So I am going to call this my kinda urban sketching because I'm not going out and sketching things in the real world, because quite often when I film it's either I want to be inside or it's late at night and I can only see pitch black outside. So I found this picture from a magazine and I enjoyed it, so I stuck it into my journal so that the edge was right onto the spine. And I'm using my Winsor & Newton watercolour palette here because it has a lot of nice colours to play with. The only colour that I wish this had was like a really bright hot pink. That's the only one that it's missing in my eyes. But I'm just having a play, and my goal is not to have totally realistic paintings here. I just want to have a painterly, landscapey feel to it. I am so new to watercolors. I have, as you see, if you subscribe to this channel and my main channel, Inky Quill, I have just used watercolors for things like splatters and backgrounds for all of my life. And it's only been recently that I started painting things that looked like things. Do you know what I mean? That weren't just a splodge in the background. And so I am learning about layers and just plonking some paint down, because I think in this world of social media, it's so easy to watch these, these quick little reels or TikToks that I enjoy watching. I love watching a 2-hour process condensed down to 30 seconds. However, I feel like it kind of dissociates us from the process and it makes it look mega easy. And these people who can do completely realistic watercolors and incredible paintings, they've done it for a long time, or they have had a lot of training, or it takes them a really long time to do one thing. And I think with the quickness of content that we see these days, it's just really easy to forget that. And so that's my goal anyway for this, is to just have fun. I don't really care if the end product looks exactly like the photo. Here, the bushes that I've done are very much a different color, and that's okay. It's the picture I've just stuck there to give me a jumping off point, so that I have, a basis, because I feel like because I don't have confidence in watercolouring yet, that's what we say yet. We don't know how to do things yet, and that's okay. I don't have confidence yet. I'm working on it. And I think that by sticking down a picture that you like and trying to, extend the scene a little bit, it's like putting some paint onto an art journal page. It just gives you something to bounce off, to start off with, and it makes the page not so blank, because a blank page can be confronting. Even if you've been journaling for a lot of years, it's still confronting, and that's okay. So I'm just doing a whole lot of layers of different colours of watercolour. I have done a couple of videos on my Patreon with this, and it's just a new thing that I'm dipping my toe into and having some fun with. And it's different and it's uncomfortable sometimes, because I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I put that paint there? Or Why does it look the way it looks and not the way I want it to in my head? And that's okay. So yeah, anyway, that's my little ramble for the start of this video. And I challenge you to give this a go. Grab a picture of something that you like. Maybe it's a photo that you've taken. Maybe it's the view outside your window. Maybe it's a sunset that you really liked. A sunset sky would be the perfect one to try this with, because you could just do the silhouette of some mountains and just extend the colours in the sky. Grab anything and give it a go. I know there's a lot of people that have been commenting recently saying that they've been wanting to start journaling, but they haven't known how or where to start. Doing something like this is a great little activity, and also kind of looking at your first art journal as just a experiment book. That's what I did with my first art journal, and I just tried a bunch of stuff. I tried different paints, I tried different mediums, I tried different colours, stencils, I tried texture paste for the first time, all sorts of things. So now I'm adding a little quote, and this is it's saved on my Pinterest, I do believe. I save majority of the quotes over there if you're ever looking for one. And the pen that I'm using is a sign pen. Is it Pentel? I'm sorry, I should have written that down before coming into the different room to do the voiceover. But it is a sign pen, S-I-G-N, and it has a beautiful brushy tip that's not too brushy, but brushy enough to make the brush lettering. Do you know what I mean? There are some brush lettering pens out there that are far too brushy. Their bristles bristle out, and they're trying to jazz hands when they're supposed to be, you know, very pointy, and the bristles do not go the direction they need to be. So I like the sign pen. It's nice. So I had finished, but it was just looking a bit too crisp. Is that the best way to describe it? When I showed the journals the other day, I showed that campfire that I did in my little watercolor Winsor & Newton journal that I've got. And I did all of the sprinkly bits around the outside, and I really enjoyed that. So how many times can I say really in this video? Really, really, really. But I did really enjoy it. And so I did a few little sprinkly bits with a green pen, and then I think my thing for my urban sketching is going to be some splatters for a couple of reasons. One, I love the aesthetic of it. I just love the way it looks. It kind of looks like the painting's like keeping on going. Number two, it's also really handy to cover up things that you don't want to be seen, because if you make a mistake, if you add a little smudge here and there, you can easily cover it up with a splat. And thirdly, I think it makes it look not so stiff. It just makes the picture that I've painted look a bit more casual, a bit more cash. So this is the one that I did previously on a Patreon video, and I decided to add a quote to it so that it was similar to the other one. And so I'm just adding that on here, hoping that it will fit. And I purposely wanted the final line of this quote to be underneath the picture. I just thought it worked out quite nicely. For this one, I also used pencil. So I kind of wish that I had gone back and done some penciling over the top of the other one. But I really hope to be filming some videos for Patreon soon where I go out and urban sketch and paint like out. I have a spot at Terrigal, which is a beach kind of local to me. And I have been taking photos of this spot that I want to paint for probably since the pandemic, because I originally bought all of the urban sketching gouache and stuff, made my kit in 2020, and then we were in lockdown, so we couldn't go. And yeah, so I've been wanting to do it for 3 years. So Patreon peeps, those videos will come out. I must do them. It is winter at the moment, so I might wait until it's spring but they will come out this year, and I want to go and go paint different landscapes in different places. So this video has been a bit different. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you have ever tried urban sketching, if you've tried urban sketching before, and I will see you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. We've got a week left of the Inkie June Marathon. If you've got any last minute requests, let me know in the comments, and I might be able to film it before it finishes. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.